Hello and welcome back to Simon's Rants. I'm Simon and this is Eric, and today we're starting with something new. We're doing a new series called Now and Again where we take a movie, review it, and then review the remake that came out later. So today we're starting with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which came out in 1971 and is starring Gene Wilder. Everything Gene Wilder brings to this makes it a really enjoyable movie. So let's see how Johnny Depp does.
I bet he does better.
Evening, Buckets.
Evening.
Hi, Dad.
What? You're not dead?
I used to work for him, you know. Of course, I was a much younger man in those days.
He hasn't aged in the past 20 years. What the hell?
He's just always old.
We'll need to make some more. Here. Now open.
Ugh.
That CGI has to be made on purpose. It's supposed to be cartoony. Like, it's gotta be, right? It's gotta be. Come on, man. It's gotta be. Dude, it's, you've never seen anything like this.
Well, have you?
It's right.
Tell him about the Indian prince. He'd like to hear about that.
I would not like to hear this. This sounds really boring. And like, if you cut it out of the movie, I would be okay with it.
Nothing would change.
One day, without warning, Mr. Wonka told every single one of his workers to go home. He announced that he was closing his chocolate factory forever.
I'm closing my chocolate factory forever.
Good writing. You know, if Gene Wilder had done that, or somebody with an ounce of charm, maybe that would have been funny.
Right.
But you've got Johnny Depp on drugs.
Dude, this is literally the beginning of the downfall of Johnny Depp. Back in 05. Damn.
And it seemed like it was going to be closed forever.
I can do without any of
The
this.
factory was back in
You
business.
could have just, did what the other movie did when you say, it's been closed for a long time. Nobody goes in. Nobody comes out. That took off all of, what, 15 seconds?
And it was creepy and threatening with a guy with a bunch of fleas.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Intrigue. You wanted to know more. I wanted less about this.
Yeah.
Hasn't someone asked Mr. Wonka?
Nobody sees him anymore.
No shit, you dumbass. Why hasn't anybody asked him why he disappeared? He disappeared.
Dear people of the world, I, Willy Wonka, have decided to allow 5 children to visit my factory this year.
Naked and alone.
He really did play Willy Wonka like Michael Jackson. Why?
They spent all this time explaining pointless shit, and then when it came to a point in the movie that's important, they just rushed right through it.
Yeah, that was all of 10 seconds to show everybody buying candy.
He who finds the first ticket will be fat, fat, fat.
I hate the color scheme. I hate the color in this movie. It's so gross. This looks like the Cat in the Hat. This looks like the Cat in the Hat. What happened when Tim Burton became like Dr. Seuss?
She's even worse than the fat boy.
I don't think that was really fair. She didn't find the ticket herself.
I love how we have a child explaining the morality of the movie so we get it instead of just showing us the unfairness of it.
Now, Charlie, you mustn't feel too disappointed. You know, if you don't get the... Whatever happens, you'll still have the candy.
I will admit, though,
Oh, yeah.
I like the dynamic of the parents a little bit more in this. They seem to have a little bit of chemistry.
Right.
Where I don't know if he and his mom had much chemistry in the original.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Oh, well. That's that.
Open your mouth wider when you talk.
Third ticket was found by Miss Violet Beauregard.
You gotta make girls empowered, because that's relevant to this, I guess. Also, necessary change. They made them into video games instead of movies because
I guess
commentary?
Yeah, I guess maybe modern. I don't know.
It's like they thought that these characters didn't have enough character. So they're trying to add more personality for some reason. They had enough personality.
Yeah.
They were fine. They were fine how they were.
Secret hoard.
Not only are you lazy, you've been hoarding money from the family.
How was he getting money?
Yeah.
He doesn't leave the
Yeah,
house.
he's hoarding it. The father just lost his job, and he's going to spend it on candy.
Did you see that some kid in Russia found the last golden ticket?
Yes, it was in the paper this morning.
You know how all the side random characters in the other one were so memorable and interesting?
Yeah.
Well, we got interesting, memorable characters in this one too, am I right?
One Wonka Whipple Scrumptious Fudge Mallow Delight, please.
You want to hear me sing, boy?
The nerve of some people.
They're rushing this so much.
Yeah.
He didn't even buy a second one, he just bought the first one.
He's more of a fraud than the other grandpa.
You know how the other one was charming and lighthearted? Well, this one is just hilarious.
A woman offered me $500 for the ticket. I bet someone else would pay more.
This bit right here is more like
I need the money more than
how it should have ended.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, his poor
How
broke. I
about
can
we
send
sell
to
this for like $3,000?
There's plenty of money out there. They print more every day. But this ticket, there's only 5 of them in the whole world.
You're
lot of
right,
money.
so $1 million.
Yeah, I never thought of it like that.
So, obviously in the original, we had a very charming, very original, very famous scene of Willy Wonka coming out, so we'll have something comparable, right?
Dear visitors, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to my humble factory. And who am I? Well,
Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka, the amazing chocolatier. Willy Wonka, everybody feel the cheer. He's not as clever and so smart, he barely can restrain it. With so much generosity, there's no way to contain it.
Is Willy Wonka Lord Farquaad? Willy Wonka is like a cross between Lord Farquaad and Pennywise the Clown.
Wasn't that just magnificent? I was worried he was getting a little dodgy in the middle part, but then that finale, wow.
I don't want to watch this movie anymore.
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
What?
This is the Jared Leto to the Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah, no, that's a good.
Trying so hard, so goddamn hard to be different.
I always thought a verruca was a type of wart you got on the bottom of your foot.
Wait, I didn't realize we put in the Michael Jackson biopic starring Jared Leto.
It literally looked like Wonderland, like they just used the same set.
Yeah. It doesn't look bad. I still like the original design better because it just felt more wonderful and like awe-inspiring. This one, it's so dark and dirty looking. Like,
Even the chocolate's like gray.
right. I wouldn't want to be there if I was there.
Waterfall is most important. Mixes the chocolate. Those pipes suck up the chocolate.
What?
All they had to do was have that doing that in the background, like the other one.
It didn't need to be addressed until it was important. And I'm so glad we get to have this scene. Because, you know, in the original, you didn't know if he was just crazy or if he was telling the truth. Now we get to have a stupid, funny flashback.
you Oompa-Loompas ate nothing but green caterpillars, which tasted revolting.
And the red and white ones, dumbass.
Yeah.
It's funny, Eric. It's funny. Why aren't you laughing?
funny. Why aren't you laughing?
There he goes.
It's a wonder how that pipe is big enough.
It isn't big enough. He's slowing down. He's gonna stick.
Thank you for just telling us what's happening second by second. If there wasn't a running commentary, I couldn't possibly figure it out. That's the fucking flute, huh? That's the flute.
Waterfall is most important. Mixes the chocolate.
Didn't we already say this?
We already said that.
Yeah, thank you. Thought she was supposed to be annoying. She's less annoying than Willy Wonka is.
You're all quite short, aren't you?
Well, yeah, we're children.
Well, that's no excuse. I was never as short as you.
You were once.
Was not. Know why? Because I distinctly remember putting a hat on top of my head. Look at your short little arms.
What does that mean, man? God, how could you ruin such a good character?
Willy Wonka hadn't thought about his childhood for years.
Good, another f***ing flashback. We needed more of these. Maybe we were okay being enamored by the oddness of the character. We don't need to know everything about him.
Sometimes it's better not to know.
Right.
Just last week, I was reading in a very important medical journal that some children are allergic to chocolate.
Hey, you know how that deviation added so much to the plot? I'm so glad we had that worthless, pointless piece of utter garbage. This is actually more accurate to the book, from what I can remember, because there's no chickens getting their heads cut off.
I like Yellow Book better.
You suck down one of these little boogers, and in exactly half an hour, a brand new crop of hair will start growing out all over the top of your little noggin. And a mustache, and a beard.
Who wants a beard?
Well, beatniks for one, folk singers and motorbike riders, you know. All those hip, jazzy, super cool, neat, keen, and groovy cats. It's in the fridge, Daddy-O. Are you hep to the jive? Can you dig what I'm laying down? I knew that you could. Slide me some skin. So, brother. Unfortunately,
Oh my God!
The most amazing and sensational gum in the whole universe. Know why? Know why? Because this gum is a full 3-course dinner all by itself.
Why did we turn him into this little, like, troubled man-child?
What's happening to her nose?
Violet, you're turning violet, Violet. How does one watch this and go, yeah, I can send this out to theaters?
So you have to edit this. Imagine being the editor of this movie.
Right. And not killing yourself.
Yeah.
What's the special prize and who gets it?
The best kind of prize is a surprise.
Willy Wonka did remember the first candy.
Can we stop with these obnoxious flashbacks? Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I'm sorry, I was having a flashback.
Yeah, we know.
I see.
We freaking know. We had to watch it. You've never seen anything like this before. Nothing. Nothing.
I myself am in the nut business. Are you using the Havermax 4000 to do your sorting?
No. You're really weird.
I hate this.
Squirrels.
Oh, is that what they are?
How much do you want for one of these squirrels? Name your price.
But they're not for sale. She can't have one.
I'm sorry, darling. Mr. Wonka's being unreasonable.
What the f*** is this?
What the hell am I watching?
This is the testing room for my very latest and greatest invention.
This doesn't make any sense for him because he's playing video games because they changed his character and now they're going with the TV thing.
Sounds impossible.
It is impossible.
Is that?
Understand anything about science. First of all,
No! Never again.
I said that everyone did see that shit. No.
Here it comes.
No.
The f***ing monolith is gonna turn into a candy bar?
Yeah.
What? What is that supposed to mean, Tim Burton?
It's the same bar. It's just got a little smaller on the journey, that's all.
Oh my god, I hate you. I mean, same. I'm not mad at you for doing that, but why did you do that? Hey, at least they cut out the fizzy lifting drink scene.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, because it wasn't in the book and it made no sense and ruined the characters. Too bad there was no character in this version, otherwise I'd say you saved the character.
Let's go put him in the taffy puller.
Taffy puller?
Hey, that was my idea.
I hadn't seen this movie in at least a decade.
I'm glad I haven't seen it.
I was okay with that.
There's still so much. Mr. Wonka, Charlie's the only one left now.
What happened to the others?
We're not paying attention.
Well, the one he got killed, and the others died, and then the other one got tranked, and then the other one died.
We had an enormous number of things to do before the day's out. But luckily for us, we have the great glass elevator to speed things along.
Man.
A few months ago, I was having my semi-annual haircut, and I had the strangest revelation. In that one silver hair, I saw reflected my life's work, my factory, my beloved Oompa Loompas. Who would watch over them after I was gone? I realized in that moment, I must find a hair.
Oh my god, it's so...
Oh.
The writing is so bad, that joke is so bad. God.
You don't even pronounce the H.
You ready to leave all this behind and come live with me at the factory?
My family come too.
Oh, my dear boy, of course they can't. You can't run a chocolate factory with a family hanging over you like an old dead goose. No offense.
None taken, Jack.
Oh, damn it, we left at something.
A genuine chuckle.
What was the point of this? Was it supposed to trick people into thinking there was like a different ending or something?
Right.
You know, they're always telling you what to do, what not to do, and it's not conducive to a creative atmosphere.
Usually they're just trying to protect you because they love you. If you don't believe me, you should ask.
Ask who? My father? No way.
What's this have to do with Willy
Usually they're just trying
Wonka?
to
Why
protect
was
you
this a
because they love
shoehorned, like, moral dilemma thrown in here? What does this have to do with the
You
plot? God bless us, everyone. Scrooge has come to dinner. Why the f*** did we shoehorn the ending of A Christmas Carol into
Dude.
Oh.
That was bad. That was bad. It might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's definitely the worst
I warned
remake.
you, man.
It might be the worst, definitely the worst remake I've ever seen. God, that is a bad movie. It's so crushing to know that someone that was so good at some point, like Johnny Depp, did that.
Okay, so.
God.
Alright, we gave the first one an 8.5.
Yeah. Like 3. Like
Yeah,
like,
I was
like
thinking
3,
maybe
yeah.
a 3.
Like 3.5
I'm
maybe.
Teetering on a 2. And maybe it's just the contrast with how good the original one is.
Right.
My God. Something I wanted to do with this new series was kind of go through and like compare different things from the original and the remake and see like which wins in which category.
Right. Dude.
I'll give the remake 1 point for being more accurate to the source material.
Right, okay. Yeah, fair.
But, okay. Better Willy Wonka. Obviously original.
Yeah, absolutely.
Better Charlie. Obviously original.
Yeah.
Better music. Obviously
Oh.
the original. Better chemistry among characters. Obviously the original. Better atmosphere. Obviously the original. Better like
Special
dialogue,
effects.
writing, story.
Yeah.
Just likability. Every category except for accuracy is the original in every way by a long shot.
Yeah.
Like, there was no reason to make this remake. And this is why people get so mad when stuff gets remade, because there's rarely a reason to, and usually this is the outcome.
Yeah, I think there was. What did we laugh at? Like, generally laughed at like one, maybe two jokes.
Yeah.
Like the whole time. Like, they could have been delivered better. They even cut like. I mean, again, I still keep comparing it to that which is not based off the source material. This is supposed to be the source material, much closer at least.
Yeah, it's still not that accurate.
Right. It's just
like you're aiming for more accuracy, and then you add in all of this pointless backstory for no reason that's not from the book at all.
Right.
So what was the point of being more accurate if you're just gonna change it anyway? I don't know. It's garbage. So thanks
Thumbs
for
down.
watching, guys.
Thumbs down.
At least the first one was good.
Yeah. We have to go regain our sanity.
Okay, bye.
Oh, that was really bad.